This video is a quick overview of how I took this vinyl railing kit and turned it into a rolling gate for our porch. So first what I did is I took some pressure treated 2x4 and I ripped it on the table saw so it would fit inside the bottom support for the railing, as you see there, and also the top handrail. And it's cut to be a pretty tight fit because what we're trying to do here is add some structure. The vinyl rail kit itself is pretty flimsy if you don't put anything in it. So I also ripped some pieces you see here that fit inside the balusters themselves. And as I cut all this wood out, I realized it was getting pretty heavy. So what I did for some of the balusters was just had some what I'll call nubs at the bottom just to hold the rails in place. You can see that in the back there. And these are attached to the top handrail with pocket screws because I couldn't attach them from the outside. And then once I have the bottom support for the railing on, I can drive a screw through the bottom and you'll never see that, if that makes any sense. So once I got all these pieces cut, I also use these spacers that I'm holding there, and I basically use those to make sure that all of the pressure treated wood was attached right at the center of that insert for the bottom. I wanted everything to line up just right, and that seemed to work pretty well. Once I got all of the pressure treated wood on the inside, strapped it all together on the bench, and I used a couple of lag bolts on the ends to hold some pressure treated 2x4s to hold it all together. Now that's just primed and painted white pressure treated 2x4s. In addition to the lag bolts, I put some corner brackets on the inside there and put a couple of casters on the bottom. And then I started to move on to how this thing would actually stay attached to the rail itself. For that, what I did is 3D printed a few items here. This is a piece I drew up, and the left-hand side of that attaches to the gate itself, as you'll see, and then the top end kind of rides on the handrail. Now I printed this out using PTEG, which is a material I've never used before, but it's supposed to withstand sunlight, so we'll see if it withstands the test of time. Took about 10 hours to print each of those out. Here's the finished result. I'm pretty happy with it. It rolls really well. It's very stable. As you can see, those 3D pieces really hold it up against the railing very well. It glides nicely. There are basically 5 pieces that were specially made for this. 2 of them attached to the gate itself and ride along the handrail, 2 attached to that 4x4 post and hold the gate in place, and then there's one up against the house that latches it when it hits. I haven't locked it yet. I'm trying to see if our dog will figure out how to slide it open, and I'll figure out a locking mechanism if he does. This is just a close-up of the 3D printed parts here that hold it close to the railing. These seems to be working pretty well. I've seen other videos where people have used metal for this, but I like the look of the printed white. It matches the vinyl. Again, very happy with this. The gate looks just like our railing, so it's somewhat seamless, and I hope this helps someone else out.